Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. Chosen haters worried about your duties for God instead of their good works they should be acting on. If you are a mighty man of God, you should be focusing on your acts and what you're doing for the Lord and whatnot. All right. You should be focusing on the things that you have going on in your life and the things that God has ordained you to do. But people can't do that. People are too worried about what somebody else is doing. All right. You can't necessarily be too worried about what other people are doing. You got to be focused on what you're doing, especially if God calls you to do something. Why are you worried about what God called other people to do? It's not your opinion to have an opinion on what God called somebody to do. And I'm sure there might be some Bible verses out there or this, that, and the other, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they're not handling it the right way, the way they're going about it, having an opinion, talking about how people do this and how people do that, and how people carry out their works. If your works are so good, if your works are so righteous, carry out your works. All right, carry out your works, because people who are really focused on God and the good that they're supposed to be doing, they're not going to be worrying about other people and how other people are doing their thing. They're going to allow that person to grow. Number one, they're going to allow that person to grow in God, and they're going to allow that person to they're going to allow God to continue to work in that person's life. And if somebody is doing something righteous, if somebody's doing something positive, and they're able to reach people and they're able to have a message, then God is obviously working through them some type of way, somehow. All right. So there are people who feel they're holier than thou. And there are people who, because of what they studied and how long they studied and uh, where they studied or who they studied with, I guess they feel that they're better than other people who are, stepping into their calling and entering their journey for God and things like that. But I mean, it's only their opinion. All right, they're not God. So for they are allowed to have their opinion, and people are going to have their opinion when you're doing things that you feel is righteous. All right, there are going to be people who come out and have something to say. That's not right. That's not right. Look what they did to Jesus. All right, his own people condemned him for trying to do the right thing. So as long as you Spike Leeing it out, you're doing the right thing. People really have an issue with how people do things when it is a more attractive way than their own. All right. Some people have a more attractive way to do things. Some people have an unorthodox way of doing things. Some people have a uh, more popping way of doing things. So don't let other people discourage you while you're on your walk if they have something to say. All right, because whether you do something, they're gonna have something to say. Whether you don't do something, they're gonna have something to say. So it's best to just keep on doing what you're doing, because if they have something to say about it, that means it's drawing attention. So there are some people who feel that they need to call people out and speak on others and what they're doing. And if they feel that that's their place, hey, they feel that that's their place. All right. But you don't worry about that. All right. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to do what you're doing for God. If you're doing something positive, if you're doing something good, if you were doing something wrong, then by all means, if what you're doing is not right and somebody is trying to correct you, that's different. But when people come out and just try to play you and only have something negative to say about what it is you're doing, ignore that, because it might possibly be coming from a place of hate. All right. And if it's coming from a place of hate, all you have to do is ignore them and just keep focused on what you're doing. Because if they are hating, then that means you're doing something right, especially if they have the time to talk about you and what you're doing. And that means you're being noticed. That means they're taking notice. That means they're paying attention. when they should be paying attention to their mighty works and their mighty deeds. They should be paying attention to that, all right? Especially if they got a lot more going on than you. You know, God bless them. God bless what they're doing. You know, I love to see people rise up and make it, but there are some people, I guess they feel it's only for them, or they feel that they're the only ones who can have a say or do good or be for be for something righteous or something like that. So it is what it is. Let them think what they want to think, and you just keep moving forward. All right. Especially when you know why you were called. All right. Everybody is called for their own reason. Some people are called for other reasons. Some people are called for another reason. So it is what it is. If somebody is not out here doing anything bad to people or scamming people or telling people that they can make $500,000 in 2 seconds, you know, just leave them be, leave them alone. But people can't do that. They have a issue sometimes with what you're doing, so it is what it is. But you really just have to keep going, and you really just have to focus on yourself, because at the end of the day, who are they? At the end of the day, they're just another person just like you. That's all it is. It's just another person just like you, somebody else with an opinion, somebody else who feels some type of way, all right, who maybe got their feelings hurt by something you said, or maybe they feel that you shouldn't be getting as much, you shouldn't be having as much attention, or maybe you shouldn't be having as much growth, or maybe they feel that you're out of pocket for what you're doing. But oh well, that's their opinion, especially if they can't come to you like a man and address the situation head on. So for people to like call you out, or for people to have something to say and they can't just come to you about it, they want to like make it like a big issue kind of thing. That's weird. um if you have an issue if you have an issue with somebody, definitely go to them and see if it could be worked out. Or if you have something that you want to give somebody instructions on, you definitely go to them. You don't try to put that person down for what they don't know or what they're doing wrong, because all you're going to do is sound like a hater, even if you're not hating. So if you're not hating and you actually care about people like you profess, then holla at a person. All right, it ain't nothing for people to holla at people. All right, I should be able to holler at you. You should be able to holler at me. But once it's past the point of being able to holler at somebody, then it is what it is. If all you're doing is speaking on the situation, and you're not kicking the person's back in, you're not doing them any wrong, but you're just talking about what happened, that's different. It's different to talk about what happened or what you experienced with a person or what you went through, instead of just going in on a person and trying to like make them seem like it's something they're doing wrong for something they're trying to do right. I ain't never seen that. People trying to make you feel wrong and make it look like you're doing wrong for something that you're doing right. So if you know deep down inside of your heart of hearts that you're doing something right, you're doing something positive, you're going to have to just ignore folks, all right, and let them feel how they want to feel, because everybody's entitled to how they want to feel. People are allowed to feel how they want to feel. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody will be opinionated. People will say things, all right, whether you're doing something or you're not doing something, whether you're doing something wrong or doing something right. They're going to open up their mouth and they might say something that's not too bright. So it is what it is. All right. People are just going to they're just going to have to feel how they feel about things, because you can't stop what you're doing just because somebody feels some type of way about how you do it, especially if they can't pull you to the side. They can't holler at you and be like, yo, advice, like, yo, pull a player to the side, pull your brother to the side, pull your sister to the side, pull your friend to the side, pull your homie to the side. All right, amen. Pull somebody to the side and talk to them directly. All right, talk to them directly. So but I guess that's not the choice that people choose. That's not the thing that people go to. That's not a lot of people's go to. So it's like they really actually don't want to help. It's like they just want you to just be quiet, not say nothing, and do what they want you to do. And it's like they want to have control over what you do, how you do it, the situation. They feel that they're almighty. You know what I mean? And nobody should feel that way about themselves when it comes to other people and how they're doing something. All right, you shouldn't feel that you're so great of a person that you just have domain over how other people do things. Who are you? You know, everybody is somebody, with all respect, but it's like, who are you to say that this person is doing something wrong? Especially if you can't come to them and let them know what they're doing wrong. All the person is going to do is just look at you like a fool and just keep doing what they're doing. If they're smart, like, yo, what I'm doing is working. Whatever. Like, yo, whatever you have to say is, yo, whatever you have to say, it doesn't control my day. So it's like, if you can't assist someone, if you can't reprimand someone the right way, in a positive, constructive way, even if it's in a negative way, even if you got to chew my back and be like, yo, you are wrong, do it. But yo, to make it like, to make to make something of it to where it's not constructive, it's not going to help, you're not getting your point across, you just sound like a complainer. You just sound like you in your feelings. You sound like a little itty bitty yacht, and you complaining. All right. So if somebody is complaining about what you're doing, if they feel some type of way about what you're doing, they can't come to you directly. All right, they can't say their piece to you to try to help. It should be to try to help. If a person is not trying to help and all they're trying to do is trying to hurt, red flag, ignore. And if they do say anything right, you fix it. If they do have anything right to say, you just pray about it. But yo, people aren't thinking logically. People aren't thinking in a mature way. All right. People are just thinking in a way trying to ruin your day. And that's how you know somebody is in their feelings and they feel some type of way about what you're doing. Otherwise, it's like, why can't you positively come holla at me? And even if you got to give me an ass whooping, holla at me and give me a positive ass whooping. All right. No man or woman is above reproach. All right. So since we're all not above reproach, and you're supposed to be my folks, holla at me. All right. But it's like, people just want to have their negative opinion. They just want to have something negative to say. They want to talk about other people. And it's because they see you doing something. It's because they see you doing something, and what you're doing might be more attractive than what they're doing. All right, what you're doing might have a little bit more power, might have a little bit more swag than what they're doing. All right, who knows? All right, yeah, we're all called for different things. Many are called, few are chosen. Like, man, if I'm not chosen, it is what it is. I can accept that. I bet they couldn't accept that. But if I'm not, it is what it is. I'm still going to do what I feel I need to do to make the world a better place, and to do something to please God and all that. All that good stuff, So if what you feel somebody is doing isn't pleasing to the most high, then why don't you holler at that person and be like, yo, you need to do it like this, or you need to, like, yo, pull somebody to the side and say what did, tell them what they're doing is wrong. And don't, how, and that's how you know somebody actually wants to help. They'll pull you to the side. Hey, come here, let me holler at you. They'll pull you to the side, give you that positive structure. All right, give you that positive self-construction, or they're gonna give you an ass whooping. All right, and you shouldn't be that butthurt. Oh, he said something negative about me. You shouldn't be like that. If it's helpful, if it's somebody just running their mouth trying to say something that'll hurt you, then so be it. All right. And even if you feel like that about it, that's all right too. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off, and you got work to do. All right. But if what they're saying is right, then hey, if you feel that what they're saying is right, if it has some truth to you, then still don't worry about it. Don't make a big deal about it. It's all about growth. It's all about becoming a better person and not a bitter person. Don't let what somebody says make you bitter, whether it's right or wrong. Because at the end of the day, you're the person that has to sit with how you feel and who you are. All right? You're the person who has to sit with how you feel about the situation and who you are. It is what it is. People are not always going to have constructive criticism for you. All right, I mean, people are not going to all. Constructive criticism is not always positive. Somebody might have something to say to where it may feel uncomfortable. You may not like it, but you still got to deal with it. But the people who keep like just saying something, and it's like they're not, like, you've either made your point or you're not making a point, or it seems like you're just trying to drive something on home. Like you kind of sound like a hater, because like if you already made your point, okay, leave it alone. If it's bothering you that bad to see somebody do something, if it's bothering you that bad to see somebody perform or whatever they're doing, or perform their gifts or their acts or their works, you got a personal problem. That's all it sounds like, is that it sounds like that you have a personal problem. And it sounds like you need to go to God and work that out yourself. All right. Because if you're not trying to work it out with the other person in a positive way, in a positive manner, you just sound like you really sound like you low key are in your feelings about what somebody's doing. I'm not gonna say hater, because that word, that's a strong word. Okay, we're not gonna just, everybody can't be a hater now. All right, but if you are in your feelings that deep, that deep about what somebody else is doing, if it's bothering you that bad, why? If you can't come to that person and explain why, if you can't explicate why you feel some type of way, then you just feel some type of way, and that's your issue and not theirs. You got to deal with that. We all feel something. It's a whole bunch of stuff out in the world that you're not gonna like, but according to certain people, if you don't like something, why are you watching it? I thought that was the memorandum. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It was the memorandum. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But it is what it is. People are going to feel some type of way about what you're doing if they can't come to you directly and say it, but they'll have something to say. You just gotta let that go. All right, you just have to let them do them, let them be them, let them say what they have to say, and I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't go look for it. I wouldn't search for it. Maybe you stumbled upon it and found out that's how they felt, but hey, oh well. Don't go back to it. Don't go back to it. So if that's how somebody feels, and that's how they're going to feel about you, then don't go back to that person. If somebody can't provide you with a positive way to help you, or for you to change, or if they don't have any good solid advice, just don't go back to that person, because that'll solve the problem. And that's the only way to keep doing you and not feel no type of way about them feeling some type of way, because ain't no sense in two people wasting their time feeling some type of way. If a person's not going to change and they have something to say, they have their opinion, cool. But on the flip side, you don't have to keep going back and being entertained by it, checking them out, seeing what they have to say, going to speak to that person. Don't do it. Because if you know that they feel some type of way about what you're doing and it really doesn't make sense to you, it's not like they have any constructive criticism or advice. All right, because advice and constructive criticism is not always going to be positive. But if somebody has something to say and it's just their opinion, don't give a crap about it. Let them be opinionated as they want to be. All right, everybody's got one. All right, and some people feel it's their authority to authorize their opinion over others, like somebody actually cares. All right, so don't care, don't go back to them, don't listen to what they have to say. That's the beauty of life. You don't have to listen to what somebody has to say if you don't want to hear what they have to say. All right, so don't go back to people thinking it's going to be different. Don't go back to somebody thinking you're gonna hear something different. That's how they feel about it, and it's their right to feel how they want to feel about what you're doing. All right, so if people don't like what you're doing, doesn't mean you have to stop. If somebody doesn't like what you're doing, doesn't mean you have to change it. All right. If somebody has a problem with what you do or how you do it, but they can't come to you about it, if they feel something's wrong or they feel something's not right about it, they probably just low key in their feelings. All right, not calling nobody a hater, but because not everybody is a hater. But if somebody can't like come to you or address you or give you some help or give you some solid advice, I would just ignore it and just look at this person like, yo, this person don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna keep riding my wave all the way to the beach. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep rolling with the homies. I'm gonna keep riding my wave all the way to the fucking beach, for real. And I'm gonna be chilling on the sand, feet all in it, building a sand castle. Okay, building some artwork in the sand. All right, there's gonna be some nice beach babes around as well. You feel me? All right, so it is what it is. All right, we're gonna have some nice coconut drinks. All right, coconuts all around. Okay, coconuts all around. Got your little smoothie inside. Sun rays glistening in your face. All trouble is dropped away. All right, that's what I want to do during my day. All right, I'm not going to be wasting time worried about what's on somebody else's mind. All right, so I suggest you don't do the same. Stop going back to Stop going back to trees that don't bear the type of fruit that you want. And it's different if somebody can't. It's different if somebody is giving you some solid advice. Hey, that's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. All right, hear them out, see what they had to say. If what you're doing is wrong or if what you're doing is not right, take heed to it. Appreciate them for the help, even if it was an ass whooping. All right, is sometimes the ass whooping is what you need. All right, but I mean, if it's just somebody running their mouth and going on and on and on to the break of dawn, I suggest you give them a yawn, because what they're saying is tired, and you don't want to lose no energy over that. You don't want to lose energy, lose sleep, lose positive self-respect, positive energy, positive vibes over somebody that's not your tribe. Not everybody is going to be your tribe, okay? Not everybody is going to feel your vibe. So it is what it is. If they don't feel you, hey, if they don't feel you, it don't reveal you. If they don't feel you, it don't reveal you. If they can't add no positive criticism, constructive criticism, if what they're saying is not going to build you up, and is they're just saying it just to be saying it, don't let them pull you down. Let their holier than thou self go be holier than thou self. Let them go be as holy as they want to be. They can go be as holy as a Kanye West shirt in one of those France fashion walks. Just hold all the way up. All right, rips and all, tears and all. They can go off and be that holy if they feel like it, because they probably have some type of God complex, which I ain't hating on. You are God's children of the Most High. But if you don't have if you don't have anything positive to say to your main man, then it's not going to remain like a castle on the sand. When the waves come in and just that's how you let it go. They try to tear you down. Let that negative energy just because if somebody doesn't have anything positive to say and they feel some type of way about what you're doing, just let it go. It's like, okay, I tried to hear this person out. I listened to what this person has to say. This is someone that I valued. All right, I valued their opinion once upon a time, but now for whatever reason they have a difference of opinion, or they feel some type of way about what I'm doing. So since it's not helping me, all right, if it made me feel some type of way and it's helping me, I'm all for it. I'm a man. I'm all for it. It is what it is. You said something. I didn't like how I felt. Tough stuff. Tough stuff. You got to get over that if it's there to help. If it's not there to help and it's not right, and it's not anything that you see wrong about yourself that you can't, okay, well, I am wrong about that. I did that wrong. I shouldn't have done that. As a man, I that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. If you can't do that and thoroughly look up, down, and all around, and you try to find this and that and what they're saying, they're just going tit for tat with what they're saying. So let them go tit for tat. It is what it is. Let people feel how they want to feel. What they feel, what they feel about you does not reveal anything about you. If it's not helping you, all right, they should want to help you. They should want to see you grow. They should want to see you win, especially if they're winning. All right, if you winning and you don't have enough positive energy to want to see other people win, what the hell are you doing? I thought the whole purpose of this was to, once you got yourself up, you see other people climbing up the rock. You're supposed to reach out and touch someone. You're supposed to be lifting other people up. Not, all right, yep, here's my hand. Psych. That's not what you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be doing that. You are not supposed to be doing that. All right, so they may not like the way you do, how you do it, when you what you do, how you do, when you do. My love for you. They may not like how you do it, when you do it, what you do it. Oh well, go to hell. Especially if you don't have anything positive to say or constructive to say. You're supposed to be helping. You're supposed to be helping your peoples out. Are you? Especially if you're in a higher place, you're supposed to be helping your peoples out. All right, not just frowning your face. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like the way you do that. You ain't chosen. You ain't chosen. Okay, if I'm not, maybe I'm not. Oh well, that's not, maybe I'm not. Not gonna wipe a smile off my face, and God doesn't love me any less. So whatever, if whether I am or I'm not, cool. And last time I checked, I don't think any of us here in the flesh got the right to tell any of us whether we are or we're not. Especially if you're of the 144, if you're of the peoples, all right. Shout out to the peoples, power to the peoples, all right. What the issue is? But if we can't discuss this like men, then just if they can't discuss it with you like an adult, just leave it where it is, right on the ground where it was found. All right. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you all in the next video. It's been another Druuill special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. All right. Everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right. And don't forget to get your wristband. All right. We got them all different colors. Okay. We got right now I got the two on right here. I got the little, can you see it? Okay, all right. I got the little black and orange, you feel me? It's fly, it's fresh, you know. Don't forget to come check it out so you can feel your best, all right? Hit me in my inbox for the details, all right? And you will find out in that email. All right. Peace, love, and light. We out.